Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, we didn't change the name. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
So we got 3 books. These are all Dark Matter universe titles. All new characters created by DC to springboard into the new millennium, long into the new millennium. This came out of Dark Knight's Metal, some metal and people, new characters. DC does this a lot.
Look at it.
They're like, here's some new characters. Every generation, they're like, new characters, and then everyone collectively says no, and then they go away, and we get back to Batman and Superman.
Yeah, we knew you weren't going to like them. I don't know why we
I
put
don't know
them
why
out.
we even tried.
Because we have to.
Yeah. So here they are. Here's 3.
Okay.
They're a lot.
Let's just jump into it because
Please,
I
yeah.
don't even want an explanation.
No. That is the explanation.
I was like reading the event and then I don't understand.
No, they don't play into the
The
events.
only one that does.
Yes.
I don't understand where they fit into anything.
They don't. I mean, like, they fit into whatever they want.
Are they in their own universe?
No, they're all in the DC universe.
No, they're not.
After Dark Knight's Metal, they all end up in the DC. Well, they all
They
end
like
up.
came from the Dark Matter universe into the regular.
No. These are all regular people. Some of
From
them
our universe.
who were in action, like Silencer, before Dark Knight's Metal. But now we're gonna hear that person's story
Because of Dark Knight's
events
Metal.
from Dark Knight's Metal.
For some reason, they're important now.
Yeah, that's right.
Important enough to get a book.
Right. So here's 3 of them.
Okay. So they're not from the Dark Matter universe themselves.
None of them are from different universes.
That's just
they're all from
a thing that happened at the same time that they are emerging.
No, they're calling it Dark Matter. They're calling it the Dark Matter universe, but these are just it's like the universe of characters, like the X-Men universe, even though the X-Men are still part of the Marvel universe. So we got Sideways, Silencer, and Damage. And I am so excited to talk about these characters. I've been making fun of these characters since 2018. Happy to finally give them some justice. And people are like, I like these characters. Stop making fun of them.
People like Sideways.
They do like Sideways. Let's find out if it's worth it. But before we do, Ethan, tell us a little bit about Damage.
Now, why would you pick me to do this book?
You're closest?
Yeah, it's right next to you.
Maybe it's because my name is in the first 3 words. It's an Ethan character! Yay!
I remember one time on back issues, a character emerged who was named Ethan, and you were really excited.
Yeah?
You were like, whoa,
I vaguely
whoa,
remember
Ethan.
that, yeah. Oh.
I don't get characters. What the hell's this?
Yeah, this is new.
So you get Damage.
Yeah, I get to be Damage.
Yeah, I get dead motivation.
Yeah, your Uncle Ben.
You could also be a rock monster.
Yeah, give me the thing.
I'll choose dead motivation.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You chose poorly.
Yeah, I agree.
Who made Damage?
Oh,
And
shit.
you're a gangster.
Yes, and I'm always a
Oh.
gangster.
And I'm in the McFarlane universe.
Yeah, you're an angel,
Great.
which is pretty in character.
Yeah, heaven must
Not
be real
those.
fun.
No, those are they have swords and stuff.
Yeah. I'm just a rip. I am a discount version of Angela. Thanks.
There are worse things to be.
I
like
guess.
Damage.
Well, you could be Damage. Yeah, do you want to be Damage? Damage is by Tony S. Daniel and Robert Venditti.
Yep.
Damage is, I inferred from the beginning of this, I'm just going to summarize, he's a soldier who had some kind of experiment done on him, and it turns him into Damage, who is this, like, monkey face monster creature.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Hulk.
Yep.
But there's, like, a timer. When he damages out, he gets a 60-minute timer countdown before he reverts.
Don't you love the spawn mechanic of when I lose?
Oh,
when
yeah.
I reach down enough hell power, then I'm useless.
Yeah, there's time limits is
Doesn't
compelling.
DC have, is it Our Man?
Yes.
Who is literally...
That.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Except
well, now
he
they
doesn't turn
also
into a monster.
No.
Yeah.
What does he do?
So this is totally different.
I don't know.
You know what's great?
But he's
Marvel.
got an hour.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he has
He's
an hour to
super
do
for
it.
an hour.
Yeah.
Marvel also has a Hulk who's timed. So it's like,
God damn it.
Is he called Gamma Bomb?
no. No. That is a character, though.
Someone else is, though.
Yeah, that's when Hulk drops a deuce.
Right.
That's not, why would that be a character?
That's
Because
amazing.
it's alive.
So you get you get the idea from his internal dialogue, which you hear that he like doesn't like this or didn't want this.
Right.
Or maybe he did want it, but like they lied to him about how bad it was going to be. It's a little unclear.
I'm still gonna be like normal
Yeah.
looking, right?
I didn't know it was going to be gross.
Yeah, what the hell?
I still have a nose, right?
Yeah, at least tell me I still get a nose.
Why would you ask that specific question?
I mean,
I
Why
got
won't
bad
you,
news for
why
you.
won't you
type
answer
of
that
nose.
specific question?
Well, at least my hair is still going to be there, right? I have beautiful hair.
It'll grow back, right?
So
not a chameleon.
he is dropped and he just falls out of a plane, or he jumped out of it. I guess he fought his way out of it, and he crashes into the ground, and he's just there's chains and they're shattered. So he broke loose, I guess,
Yeah,
of
they must have been trying
his
to chain the
chains. They were
damage.
trying to, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they were trying to get him back to a base somewhere.
Yeah. They wanna keep damage.
Yeah, they want to keep him, and he broke free. I guess he wasn't supposed to break out. He
No.
was supposed to become damaged.
Did he cause collateral damage?
Then the book would be called
Collateral damage.
Yeah. Or damage, collateral damage. So he's attempted to be brought in by one of the guys who was on his like squad in the
Yes.
plane. They like jump out of the plane, or this guy does, and comes at him with like a suit. And the other people on the team are like, "No, that suit's not ready. Like you can't. You're gonna get your ass kicked."
What's his damage?
Yeah, what is his damage? His damage
Damage
is that he was not picked to be damaged, and he feels like he should have been damaged, even though he can see what damage looks like. and he
he
can
still wants
see
it.
that he's
He's
a
like,
gross
"I don't
monster.
care."
This
Yeah.
is exactly what I want.
That
I want to
was-
look like a giant monkey corpse.
You asshole, it's not fair that you get to be the monkey corpse.
Beautiful.
He's not ugly.
I think he
Look
looks.
at my beautiful
power.
son.
He looks like a little like Solomon Grundy.
Yes.
Yes.
Like that's what he looks like, but a little more skeletal. Like there's something about this that seemingly zombifies you while also making you huge.
What a better pitch. That the U.S. government takes Solomon Grundy and tries to weaponize him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We have control over him for an hour.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a new character.
Exactly.
The trouble is that he's got that annoying rhyming speech. Can't deal with it.
Yeah, he has to wear like a piece of metal over his mouth.
So he can't fucking talk. I thought you were going to say, like, I think he looks rugged and defined.
I think he looks fantastic and beautiful.
It starts out with a monster fight, or a
Right.
monster versus mech fight, or exosuits fight.
Sure, yeah.
And you get this internal, like, he's hearing something tell him, like, kill. So he's got these, like, warring impulses.
potato.
He's got the kill, maim, destroy, which was
Right.
apparently part of, like, what they did to him. But then he's also got, like, the restraint, and he hears another voice saying, like, stop, I can help you. So just as he's about to kill this other fellow
Yeah,
who
the
was trying to
exo
stop him, he doesn't. Like, he's about to do his finishing move with a big rock, and
His
he's like,
finishing move is hitting him with a rock that's like
yeah.
overkill.
Yeah.
He should
Yes.
have been called that.
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
there's a character.
He should have been called Too Far.
I love
Yes.
Because he always takes it too far.
Just too far. But that's too close to Loose Cannon, who is also in the DC universe, and he is a loose cannon.
I love that guy he's going to kill who's just like, like, I should have been damaged. And then as like the rock is about to like come down on him, he's like, yeah, then don't kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
He says, no, don't do it, please. And then when he does it, he's like, you can't even finish the job.
Oh my God!
It should have been me. You're like weak and
I'm
shitty.
the manipulator.
Right. That's my move.
Yeah.
I'm the troll.
It's like, well, I don't want to die, but I do recognize that in your role as damage, you should be killing me
See,
right
that's
now.
more of a reason why I should have been damaged in the first
See?
place.
Yeah, see,
I,
it's
I
just-
wouldn't stop.
I would have
him.
killed me.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a
One more
mistake.
reason, guys. Guys, are you watching this?
Yeah.
Make me damage.
Yeah, the feds are like listening to it. They're just playing it over and over again at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't kill me. Here's the part where you can isolate it. We hear you pee in your pants. Damn it!
You
Ugh.
overlaid that. It didn't sound that bad when I did it.
That's canon. That happened.
Yeah, you did pee your pants.
Yeah.
Thank you for confirming that for us.
Damn it! Yeah, we're gonna call you damn it.
So he runs away and he's like throwing cars and stuff. And the guy's like, the voice in his head's like, stop! You need to stop! Like these people around you, these civilians, they didn't do this to you. Like she did this to you. It's like, oh, she. Oh. So then he's like, you got to get out of here. Like the 1 hour countdown has started. Like you got to go hide.
Right.
For when you like revert back.
Yeah, when you de-damage.
Yeah. And then she'll be coming. Who's she? Then we cut to lady with an eye patch.
What?
What? She's in a helicopter and she's
Colonel Jonas.
okay, there we go, Jonas.
Yep.
Yes.
Nick Fury meets Amanda Waller.
Yep. And,
I mean, totally original
the-
character.
I pronounce it Jonas.
No, you don't.
Yeah. So she gives you backstory. Apparently he was on a mission and something went wrong, and so they were taking him back to like fix him, and
Yes.
he broke loose. So they go to inspect the wreckage, and
Collateral damage, yeah.
oh yes, collateral damage. She's basically just explaining through conversation with other people and herself that like she
Why it's
created
her
him.
fault.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all her. Like
I'm the she.
she's the person, the brains behind it. She's responsible for it. It's all on her.
Yeah.
And that's why she cuts herself. I remember that specifically, being like, ooh, pain.
Yes. Oh, and she's like, it was so that none of my soldiers had to bleed. It's like, you were supposed to be like the one who we could send you in, and you couldn't get hurt, so that
Yes.
nobody else has to die.
Right.
No, she didn't.
Except the bad
She
guys.
puts her hand on the record
Yeah,
and she's like, ah.
She touches the.
But then she uses it and then she's like,
Well,
yeah,
and
we're all
she
gonna
does
bleed.
it on purpose because you see her like push her hand.
Oh, I thought she was like, ah.
Yeah, I don't think
I took that to be
so.
like, get in there.
Oh.
Yeah, I that's interesting.
That's a real interpreting moment.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. I guess.
Because you
a,
see
It's
see her hand overlap and you see the sound effect of cutting in the same panel, so you can't really
But
tell
I
which
thought her
happened
hand
first.
was already on it.
It was already on it, but then she puts the other hand on.
Yeah, but her hand's coming
But does she
off.
do that
She's not
after, or
holding
is it coming off?
I thought it was
Because her
pushing
pinky's
in.
there.
Yeah, because it goes
Pinky's-
slit.
Yeah.
Who cares? What matters is Colonel Jonas is a hard ass who's willing to grip a hurt hand.
Yeah.
And let blood run down it so that you can see how
And-
she's like signing a blood pact with
Yeah,
herself.
with herself.
Much like Robin Hood did.
She's
Yeah.
also,
Right?
she's like, is anyone here a vampire? I just do this to check.
Anyone?
Go
Anyone at
places?
all?
No?
Is this
Okay.
freaking you out?
Salivating?
Are you going
No?
nuts?
No? All right.
All right, another day, another not vampire.
And then she says, God in heaven, what did I do? So you're starting to see like, oh, you think she's just like an evil government person, but like
she has a conscience.
she has a conscience
And
apparently.
she's looking at her hand, she's like, ow.
That's
Yeah, it's
fine.
like, yeah, she's talking about what did I
This is
do?
gonna get infected.
God in heaven.
I need stitches.
I'm bleeding.
I'm bleeding. This is
Nobody
like
makes
a
me
lot.
bleed my own
Like,
blood.
Medic!
She's like, well, I really dropped the ball, I guess. And then Amanda Waller shows up and says, you definitely
Oh
did.
my god.
Because now Task Force
X.
11
Yes.
Oh, it's 11?
is
11.
here.
Oh, it's not 10 anymore?
No.
No,
because-
no,
Well,
it's-
not then, yeah.
Yeah, well, who knows what it is now.
We did 10.
Yeah.
Now it's 11.
And they're there. And guess who's on the Task Force 11? Solomon Grundy.
forgot.
Not
He was
damage.
on.
Yeah, not damage. And Harley Quinn and Deadshot
Yes.
and two other people.
That's right. That's right. That's their names.
That's it.
Giganta's also there. You can see her shins.
Yes.
Those are
and,
pretty neat.
Excuse me.
Right. Amanda Waller's like, I'm here to clean up your mess.
Yeah.
You need to stand down. And Jonas is like, who let your Suicide Squad into my... Oh, but I thought they were Task Force 11, but I guess...
They are. Well,
But they are a Suicide Squad,
Amanda was
though.
like, she pulls her aside. We don't call them that.
Yeah.
No, well, that's true. No, Task
Right.
Force X/11 sometimes.
Doesn't really work.
Well, no, it used to be Task Force X because it was just the 10th Task Force. And
I
then they
know.
were like, well, we did 11 one.
Yeah.
But we also always call it Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad's the off-the-books, not official name for
Right.
the
Yeah.
They
non-sanctioned
are a
name.
Suicide Squad, but they're
Yeah.
not the Suicide
They
Squad.
don't call like, welcome to the Suicide Squad. Because
Right.
that would be stupid.
That would be
Yeah,
insane.
they're like,
no one would join that
No one's
squad.
showing that.
Why do you call it that? Don't worry, it's just a name.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Because we make our opponents want to commit suicide.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, we're so scary. They'd
Yeah.
rather kill themselves than face us.
Right. I'll yell that when we go and fight them.
You should probably commit suicide rather than face us first. Ah.
Welcome to the Suicide Squad.
So basically now he's got two people looking for him. He's
Yeah.
got Amanda Waller and his handler.
Yes.
And you see him reverting back to his form, and he's just a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Ethan.
So
This
he's
is just
not.
Ethan.
Yeah, he's just Ethan. His hair is the same. I now can see.
Yeah.
And he does have a nose, so his nose goes away.
Recedes, like Wolverine.
It recedes into his face.
Yeah.
Wolverine's
No.
nose recedes.
No, it did in the 90s.
Oh,
I was gonna say like Michael Jackson.
yeah.
There you go.
And that's it.
That's the book.
That's all that happens.
This is
It's almost nothing.
That's almost.
Yeah, and it's all completely by the numbers,
Yes.
and
Yep.
it's nothing you haven't seen 1,000 times before.
That's true.
I don't understand
Well, we'll get into
why it exists, but
The
that's,
analysis
that's
of
another.
damage.
Yeah, that's not time for that.
But Tiffany's going to tell us more about the silencer.
Oh,
thanks.
The silencer.
is it because she's a girl?
She's just constantly silenced.
No, I mean, is that why Tiffany's
Oh.
doing the silencer?
No, it's because she remembers this one the most.
That is an accurate statement.
Probably because
can't-
there's a girl in it.
I can't.
Yeah, that's what it
Hey,
is.
hey!
For the record,
I'll be honest.
That's why.
I
When I
think-
went back to go re-look through these,
Yeah.
because we read these a while ago, and
Yes.
then we're doing it now. I opened this up and I started to piece through it. And I was like, no. And I went to
No, I don't even want to remember this.
Yeah, you know, with John Romita Jr. in today's world, there's a scale. And,
Yeah.
and we grade on a curve.
Now this credits John Romita Jr. and Dan Abnett as the storytellers. They're putting artists first
Yes.
in this with this initiative
That's what's happening
here.
in the dark matter.
Yeah,
universe.
this is the silencer. And unlike,
Why is she called that?
it's a good question, right? It's a
Yeah.
good question.
Do you remember why?
Strange
Or
name.
Yes.
actually?
No, I know.
We'll get
Is
there.
it
we'll get
because she
there.
has guns that clearly are unsilenced, or is
Yeah,
it some other
doesn't make any
reason?
sense.
Could be.
I don't
Could be
know.
both.
This book opens up at a diner. Shout out to diners. It's
all good books,
It's in
dude.
South Carolina, though.
Right. So.
But still, it looks like a classic diner.
Yeah.
Where there is a woman, a la a Quentin Tarantino flick, screaming at someone over a breakfast, maybe?
Yeah.
With a gun and a little boy there. She's like, look away.
What a hook.
Look away, Jelly Bean.
Oh.
So you got the juxtaposition of like screaming and weaponry and slice of Americana plus
He's-
cute nickname for children.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
playing with superhero toys. He's got
Yeah.
a Batman and a Superman
Yeah.
and
But what? His mom's a badass wielding a gun.
something
Yeah.
else.
It's incongruous.
But then, guess what? Let's go back.
Let's go back.
let's
How did
go
we get
back.
here? Why is she screaming in this
What was
diner?
happening?
That's an excellent thing to do.
Yes.
We go 1 week earlier. She's at like some sort of like Mega Mart style thing. They call it Key Mart.
Yeah.
Keymart.
Key Mart.
Is it a
Okay.
Kmart?
That's what I assume it is.
But it's like a grocery store.
I know it's like a lot of. It's like a Costco, but it's also like not. I don't
Who
know.
cares?
It's like a Target.
It's like something. She's just shopping and she's she's
Jelly
thinking-
Bean's here.
Jelly Bean is here and she's thinking to herself about like what type of life she has and like is it like the like this is the life she wanted to live. People.
She's enjoying it.
Well, yeah, because she's like
happy.
she acts like people say that ordinary is bad, but
Right.
it's not. Like
Yeah,
this is
for
the
me,
life
this
I
is great.
want,
This is
right?
Exactly what I asked for.
Because
Yeah,
it's the
'cause I got
opposite
Jelly
of
Bean.
what I had before.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she's buying that action figure that you see.
No, I think
still
he's
has
already
a week
playing
later.
with it.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
he's
he
just been
already
playing
has
with
it.
it.
Yeah, I think he's been playing with it because she asks him if he wants like pens or pencils. I
By the
only bring
way-
this up because it's gonna come in handy. Or,
If she takes the toy out and lets him play with it before they bought it, it's a dick move.
why?
What are you talking about?
Because then they can't tell when they're checking out.
You just you keep
that
the
it was-
package and you give it to the person at the checkout.
Yeah, but it's also a way to like say like, oh no, I brought.
Oh yeah,
this.
well
See,
it's
not in the
only a dick
package.
move when you leave the store. If you leave the
Listen.
store without paying for it, then you're a dick.
Listen, when I was growing up, occasionally my mom and I would go to the store and she would be hungry and I was not going to stop her. So she would like open something up and we just eat it and then she'd be like, we had these.
Yeah.
She would just hand them the
That
empty
definitely-
wrapper.
yeah, that happened to
essentially.
me and my mom too.
Yeah, just here you
Oh,
go.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know why they don't want you to do that.
Oh yeah.
What that
because-
also says is, I couldn't wait.
Yeah, I have no self-control.
It's like,
And if you judge
I'm
me, I'll
that
kill
hungry.
you.
Yeah.
Please give me this food.
Like,
I'm gonna be
off me,
I'm gonna be in
man.
terror. until
I'll
you
turn
get
into
this food.
damage otherwise. We're gonna have an hour of chaos in the store. They get the pencils. She hears a sound and then she shuts the door with her kid in it and the cart with the groceries is there and she turns around, there's this big dude who looks like a
The
Viking
most
biker.
generic villain I've ever seen.
Hello, I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, I am bad guy.
Someone called for a bad guy.
I'm here.
I'm Artemis B, bad guy.
I donate blood every week, and I've
Yeah, but somehow
dropped
I'm a
food
bad
off
guy.
in kitchens. But yeah, no, I'm a terrible guy.
So she turns back into the trunk. So like somehow she gets around him, goes to the trunk, she's grabbing stuff as he's like pulling out a gun, right?
Yep.
And she's like, my son is in the car.
Right.
Like, do we have to do this here? She realizes she does. She grabs the colored pencils that they purchased in the store and she stabs him into his body.
Yes. Whoa.
Shuck.
Immediately. And he
She
gets
shucks
shucked.
him. Yeah.
Shucked.
She sucks him twice in one panel.
Double shucks
Yeah,
to
so-
the chest.
Shuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's dead, right?
No, he's not dead.
Why is he not dead?
Well, for a variety of reasons. Before we get to that, she uses her powers, and we find out why she's called the Silencer. She goes like shh, and like she creates the zone of silence,
Oh.
It's like she
Oh.
was on Get Smart.
It's
like the cone of silence. But you know, it's her power, and it's like a bubble.
the power every parent wants for their.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But like she's within it, and it creates this zone where no sound can escape it.
Yes.
And she proceeds to have a fight with this dude who like has all these body mods, and so they start up, and like
All this shit comes out
he
of him.
transforms into like a Swiss Army knife of a man.
Yeah. He just like, I guess it's just like you can't easily kill him because he's not completely
He's-
biological.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
more machine than man now.
Yeah, apparently.
Instead of shoving the cube in his chest, she shoved colored pencils in there.
Yeah,
It's
so
wreaking
then
havoc.
she just starts taking her hands and like shoving them into parts of his body, like his arms, servos, so that he drops his gun, into his throat, servos, audio thing, so he can't call for backup, and into his groin,
Servos.
where his main power
Power
generator
generator is.
is.
Wah, wah.
Such a small battery.
he gets
she
the
does
upper
not say
hand.
that.
He gets the upper
But she
hand for a
should.
minute, and then like as she like goes to essentially take out like his limbs, he like breaks 2 of her ribs.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, don't
He's
black
still-
out.
He's still a little bit functional.
Yeah.
Even with all the damage she's done.
Right, but then she's got the pencils, and she's like, "Oh, thank God, Ben got the pencils.
Right.
Now we know the
We
child's
got a
name.
Ben in these books.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh, and don't forget what happens in this book. We'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there.
But he like starts to really like go on the fritz for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's supposed to be connected.
I think it's just like she did
Because
enough
like
to
I guess,
him.
but it's funny that she like cancels that as that happens and then
Yeah.
shoots him.
I think
the
otherwise
face.
it wouldn't be able to
Oh, she wants
talk.
to talk to him.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she needs information.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she asks him why she's marked. He doesn't really give her an answer that's
Yeah,
any
of
sort of
course.
help. And
Right.
then she shoots him. And we see that like she technically puts her card away, but like it's more like that it's in like behind the store and he's in it.
Yeah.
He's,
And it's
She
ruined.
tucked him away.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that establishes that like she can't hear within the bubble either.
Nobody can.
Right.
All the sound in the bubble just doesn't exist
Yeah.
anywhere.
There's no sound in the bubble.
Yeah.
She then uses that to like put the gun into the packages of her like that she got from the grocery store, which I was like, okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Because
set
she
that
might
up.
need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go home where she's greeted by her husband and like, wow, yay, my life's great. I love my ordinary life, but like, I
But I would. I
fucking
didn't always
died
like that,
today,
'cause,
and like
yeah,
my kid.
my ribs.
Yeah.
Things are bad.
So
Where
like
are my
he
pencils?
hugs her and like she's like ow, and he's like what happened? She's like oh I hit myself against the cart.
Right.
It's fine.
Hard enough to break a rib.
Yeah.
She doesn't say that. She's just like, oh, I'm just.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just-
it just hurts a little.
Yeah, so she goes upstairs and she like activates like a freezer pack that they have. Like they've got like a ridiculous medical kit.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like either she's like really like
Prepared.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, she always knew it could catch up with her.
I guess.
Yeah.
Or it's just,
The life.
this is just convenient.
Yeah.
Life.
She has a moment where she considers cutting her hair
Yeah.
because earlier the
that's
guy
what I
like
had
grabbed
grabbed
her
it, yeah.
longer hair.
That
She's like,
hair's
I used to have
liability.
short hair.
That's why I
yeah.
don't normal.
Yeah.
That's why when I was in the life, I didn't have it.
Yeah, but then there's the doorbell rings, so she comes downstairs and her husband's already answering it. Door opens and this woman walks in,
Yeah.
and she introduces herself as Talia al Ghul.
It's just
Cemented.
using her name.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm Talia al Ghul. Most people probably don't know who I am.
Hello.
I do though. Oh God.
Oh no. Okay.
Great.
Oh, I
Husband
guess
was
I
like,
shouldn't have used
I'm
my
a
name.
big Batman fan. I know everybody.
I read all up on this history. Come on.
Yeah.
Wait, you that Batman chick?
Yeah, you that
you-
Batman chick? Aren't you the
are you
daughter of the
Damien's
demon's
mom?
head? Yeah. Yeah. Right.
She's just like, snap.
Why did I
Yeah.
make something up?
What? I could have said anything.
I could have said anything.
I literally could have said anything.
Damn it.
Because she recognizes her. It's not like they don't know each other.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
They go back a long way.
Yeah, they have a little fun dialogue where they dance around how they know one another. Oh, it's from work. Oh, it was like a lifetime ago. Ha 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 ha.
Well, her husband is such a dimwit.
Yeah.
They could have literally made up any story. Like they didn't have to be like, oh, like I get it's for our benefit, but like it's not if I've seen it a dozen
Yeah.
times. Already.
Just like it's for our benefit that she says she's Talia al Ghul. You could have come in with a fake name, and then when the husband leaves, just be like,
Talia.
Oh, Talia.
Yeah.
What are you
Be
doing
like,
here?
oh, wow, it's Talia.
And we would have needed that because we would not have recognized Talia al Ghul from John Wick Pencils.
No, it doesn't look anything like her. They have a moment where like the
Nope.
two of them are whispering to one another. She does not use her silent zone.
I didn't
Push
notice
her out of the
that.
house.
Well, no, because
Like-
she wouldn't be able to
No,
talk.
let's just get her out.
Oh, yeah.
Silence, kick. Leave.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
Talia is
outside.
like an expert.
Yeah, of
hand-to-hand
course.
Fight.
I really want to see that.
Well, she could have used the silent zone around her husband and her kid.
Yes. They didn't hear anything.
No,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, every once in a while, like our hearing just fails on us.
That seems like a liability. I would go to the doctor.
They do. And the doctor's like, I don't know. It's
I
a
don't know.
mystery.
It's
It's
fine.
Not here.
I think you're a hypochondriac.
They have a hush. They have a hush conversation about like how like Talia's not staying for dinner because her husband offers that.
Yeah.
Things are different, and I came to warn you.
Right. Things are bad.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And
cool.
I'm cool though.
She's like,
Talia al Ghul.
so Honor, it acts like Talia and she have a deal of some sort.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Look, what it turns out is they had a deal that like she could leave and just resume a normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like a non-competition agreement. It seems like,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
if I let you leave my organization, then you can't go and start another one
Right.
or join another
Well,
one.
most of these people are like go-getters, but all Honor guest wants to do is have a normal life, and Talia's like, well, that doesn't compete with my life.
So go for it. I don't really care. But then
it's almost like John Wick. It's like
John
you're
Wick.
the one who like I'm letting have a normal life.
It's John Wick. It's Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah.
It's Kill Bill when she comes in and it reminds me of the Vivica A. Fox scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's everything you've seen, none of which
Remixed.
surprises you.
Right. Talia reveals that there's a struggle going on within Leviathan, and that essentially, like, seemingly she's been ousted, and that someone's coming after her and any of her associates.
Yeah.
She gives her a disc, which must mean something.
Yeah.
Inevitably.
Yes.
It's going to be important.
It's a thing.
It carries the key to everything.
Is that what she says?
I don't remember.
Oh.
It looks like it's something that like morphs into a vehicle or a
does.
suit or
Outfit.
something.
For a costume,
I think
she's
it's a
like,
costume.
Talia tries to give it to her. She's
Yes.
like, you're gonna need this and like a haircut.
Yes.
She's like, this is
This
not.
is not going to work.
I mean, I have,
Yep.
Yeah, I can do it.
that was part
I
of
can
the,
pull it off.
That was part of the deal too. That if we ever work together again, you always have to have the short hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I know
This
I
is
look
my
better.
trademark.
Exactly.
If the wind is gonna blow, I'm gonna be the hair flowy one.
It's me, not you. Okay.
So is Honor like thankful that she's coming to help her?
No, she's like, no, I'm not coming back. I'm not working with you. I don't want this crap. Get out
I
of here.
didn't ask you to come back.
That's when her husband shows back up and is like, is this Talia staying for dinner? Honor's
Is
like,
Talia
no.
staying for a threesome?
Talia's like, no.
What?
I just assumed a friend from high school.
I'm joking, of course.
Of course, I'm joking. Damn it.
Oh, I'll go back in the kitchen.
I'm in the garage.
I'll be in my bunk.
So she does stay for dinner.
She does stay for dinner. Like, Honor tries to push her out by saying she's got a plane to catch. She's like, no, I'm good.
No, actually, I don't have to do
I'm
anything.
good. I got
No, what are you having? Cheap soup? Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
in. This is really good, Honor.
Wow.
Wow.
Worth leaving a clandestine organization.
Is this Kraft mac and cheese? You can taste it.
You can really taste
And-
the craft.
Is there little bits of ham in there?
Hot dog.
Oh, hot dog. Top notch.
Listen,
Hey,
That's some good
you
shit.
stuck up
right?
bitch.
we cut to another scene entirely where there's a white besuited man
Who cares?
who is the person behind
Yes.
He's
the,
behind
the
everything.
move on Talia and the silencer.
yes.
They recommend or they recognize the fact that it's not Talia.
Right.
The guy who Killbox was his name. The dude who
Classic name.
Killbox reported a positive.
Named to die.
Mr. Remedy. That's
Yeah,
this
thank
guy.
you, thank
His
you.
name's
Yeah.
Mr. Remedy. He hasn't returned. But they're like, it's not Talia. But however, it's clear that the silencer has been reactivated. No, it's not.
No,
That
it's
doesn't
not
make
clear.
any
it's not.
sense.
So, I
You
want-
attacked her.
You attacked her and
She defended herself.
Yeah.
That's not reactivation.
That's
Yeah.
not anything. You idiot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, so it's true. She's been reactivated. Yes, just
you
now by
activated
you.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
What?
that's not-
No, I
No.
didn't start this. I just sent someone
I
to
am
kill
just-
her, and then she defended herself.
Well,
That's
I
starting.
thought I was killing Talia al Ghul, even though
Yeah.
she
Even though
doesn't
she doesn't look anything like her.
Okay, I get that, but like you did activate her though.
Yeah,
she
that's
wasn't.
on you.
You can't post hoc justify attacking her as her having previously
Yeah, you
been
can't- no, no.
activated. That's not what
It's
happened.
very
Look at
convenient.
what the cops do all the time.
Excuse me. I'm behind the desk. I have the tablet.
Yes.
I've had the
So
tablet.
I did not activate her.
you
She
did not
has
activate
been
her.
activated.
Well, it's just a step. Just
I fired a gun and that person had died.
who? I mean, we could draw connections all day.
All day, but at the end of the day, what we do know is that person died and I'm going home.
And that's pretty much it.
yeah.
The silencer has been activated.
Some dude
She's fair game now.
Yeah. Some dude bursts in and is like, we know what the demon's daughter is. Dinner's over, everyone's hanging out. It's a very normal evening. Talia seems uncomfortable, but I think she gets it.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right.
Oh, this is not a cover story. You live this.
well, no,
you
I
like
think
this.
she's like, I get that, like, why
Oh, yeah.
you might want this.
Yeah.
She's
was
had the
nice.
hot dogs
They-
and the macaroni and cheese. She gets it.
She gets it. She's like, wow.
This is actually
Makes a
pretty good.
difference.
Wow.
You know what?
These
Like,
flavors actually do mingle.
She's like,
pretty
I've
well.
literally.
I have roast
Talia al
pheasant
Ghul
every night.
has never had boxed macaroni and cheese
Exactly.
in
Yeah.
her life.
No.
And the secret ingredient,
Ever.
Talia? Love.
And you add the butter.
You had to ruin it.
You got.
I'm out now.
No, you gotta add the butter. That's the secret ingredient.
Yes.
You know when
Yeah,
they're
if
like
the secret
butter
ingredient is
optional?
love, no.
It's
Talia's
not.
not gonna get that.
That's not optional.
I
need
can
that
get butter.
You gotta put the butter in.
Yeah, not margarine, butter.
Butter. It's going in.
So Hope drives Talia to the airport.
Honor drives Talia to
what
the
the fuck?
airport.
Her name's Honor?
Didn't you
Yeah.
say Honor guest?
Honor
Yeah,
guest.
I'm sorry. I said Hope because it's just that predictable and obvious. I'm sorry.
No, that's their kid. That's their second kid.
Oh, God,
No. That's her cousin, Hope and Dreams.
Yes, thank you.
Listen, what do you think's gonna happen? They're driving to the airport, they get attacked, the car flips over, obviously. The kid and dad are like, what's that? They're watching a monster movie of some kind.
Pterodactyls.
A loud movie.
Talia like crawls out of the wreckage, there's an overly designed person there.
More than Killbox.
And another overly designed individual with 2 different guns.
Characters made to die.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's exactly what her outfit is. Right, it is in the disc. The outfit is the disc.
Yeah, we see that here.
Honor's like down for the count, seemingly. Her little disc activates, and she's like, damn it, right?
I have to become the silencer.
I must do it.
Yep.
These guys are spouting off. Instead of just shooting Talia, they're doing the thing.
Yeah, when they talk.
So that they have an opportunity to like suddenly not have speech bubbles anymore. They're like, what's
I kind of like that device.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, like this bubble's
I
there,
have
but
to
there's
go
no
with this
text in it.
premise.
Yeah, and then, Honor wearing her like rip-off Static Shock outfit
Yes.
shoots these guys and reveals herself. The end.
The silencer.
Now the silencer is
The
back
silencer,
in
yeah.
action. We don't ever get back to that diner, though.
That's issue 2. That's so thick and rich.
Excuse me, listen, we had to, Talia
There's a lot we had to do
showed
there.
up,
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't start at the diner if you're not going to get back to it in the same
Yeah,
issue.
I
What is
agree.
wrong with you?
Yeah, so I mean, the really big question here is that like, is her dad a sleeper agent or is her husband a sleeper agent?
Yeah.
Does he die? Why does she have the kid? Why are they
Yeah,
So many
where
questions
is
that you
he?
can find out in issue 2 of the silencer.
What happens in Sideways, Sal?
Oh.
Sideways. I had a feeling Ben wanted Sideways, and I was going to give it to him. But all right, fine. let me just get to the credits page because it's the end. Sideways is brought to you by Kenneth Rocafort, Dan DiDio, and Justin Jordan, and a bunch of other people. Ken Rocafort and Dan DiDio are storytellers. Dan DiDio and Justin Jordan wrote the dialogue,
Oh my gosh.
and Kenneth Rocafort drew it.
And viewers like you.
Yeah, and everybody else. So, Sideways is Spider-Man meets Static Shock. He shows up. Sideways has already been established. Like he has already gotten his powers. That'll happen someplace else, not in this issue.
Right, but it did happen in the
No,
Night.
but none of these have. Like they have all already have powers.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
She gets
she was
hers
retconned.
back.
She had powers before
Yeah.
Metal. He
Yeah.
got his powers after Metal.
Yeah.
This guy had powers during Metal,
Right.
but never appeared in Metal. So we got Sideways. Sideways pops in on his best friend's bedroom. It's morning. It's before school. She is what DC thinks their readers are. She likes cosplay and the internet and memes and
going to school in a furry suit.
and being a
Excuse
furry.
me, it's a Kigurumi.
Excuse me.
It's very different.
They're best friends, and so he's like, I can teleport. Sideways can teleport.
That's his thing.
That's his power.
Yep.
And he also has a dope suit. Where'd he get it? His cosplay friend. She made it for him. Custom. Looks great. Superhero grade.
This is custom.
Impossible.
Custom. You're framing the worst part of you.
My face.
He also establishes that he has strength too. That way he can be punched by villains from the DC universe and not die. His friend's
Since
mom,
teleporting isn't really a power that you can use to fight people.
No, as evidenced by Access from DC Marvel. All
The only person that can pull it off is Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. I was like,
Nightcrawler.
no, what?
But
Nightcrawler
he's
has,
also an expert swordsman.
and he also has agility and
Yeah.
That's not a power. That's just a skill.
And he has a
That's-
prehensile tail.
that's true.
Well, yeah.
He's got a lot
He's
going
got a lot.
on.
There's a lot.
And
he has to bring to the
And he
table.
has impenetrable faith.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Unless he goes to Krakoa.
Yeah,
So,
in which it's very different.
Does Sideways have strength, or does he have durability, or does he have both?
okay.
Can he punch hard, or only be punched hard?
He can be punched hard. I assume when they say enhanced strength, they also mean durability. I have to also assume there's also some kind of inherent healing factor, as is
Right.
the case
They
with
should-
anyone who gets power.
They should just call him Meat Shield then.
A great
Yeah,
name.
but how does that
Great
convey
opportunity.
the teleporting?
Sideways.
Sideways the meat shield.
How does Sideways convey teleporting?
Because he goes sideways from one reality to another instead of in a straight line.
I could go down. I could go up. I could go diagonal.
Because he's going into a parallel universe
Yeah.
to transport
Yeah, like Nightcrawler.
to the side of our universe.
Anyway, so Sideways' best friend is also a twin. One twin is sexy and popular. The other one is sexy and a furry. And that's the thing. And, boom. So,
Everybody's sexy.
Sideways, he's an adopted son. His mom and he were caught in the Challenger's Mountain thing that blasted through the ground during Metal.
In Gotham,
And
yeah.
they were separated, and during that separation, Sideways got powers, and she got post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh, right, he like fell through the earth.
He fell into a crack in the
fell
earth, and he
into a
got
crack.
and the crack gave him powers.
But yeah, so he has...
Listen, folks, we do not recommend seeking out any cracks of any kind
No,
to
don't
get
do
powers.
this. Don't jump
We
into a
didn't
crack to
write
get
this.
powers.
Powers are not in crack.
That is not what's down there.
Any cracks.
Any cracks.
The drug in the
Or
ground.
the hole.
A butt.
I think the idea here
There's
is
no
that
powers.
Sideways also used to be outgoing and fun, but through the stress, he got introspective and quiet, and it's like people make fun of him for it. Like he's an outcast now.
Yeah.
He's that guy who fell in the crack
And
Yeah.
got lost.
and got lost.
Yeah,
Like,
he's that guy who had a fucked up thing happen
Yeah.
to him. Let's make fun of him.
let's make fun of him because now his mom has to drive him to school. Even
Well,
though
we're
it's like way
teenagers.
faster. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'll find any excuse. So
Yep.
he goes.
Just
to
give me a
school.
reason.
He does the things that Dan DiDio thinks teenagers do. They listen to music while they walk through hallways. They think about what
They
their
do
powers
do
are.
that.
They do. No, he's not wrong because that's a cosmetic affectation that like any dad would know. So we see a little flashback of Sideways like during Metal. These are all things that didn't happen in Metal, but we can retcon that they did. Him falling through the crack, and then he like blacks out and doesn't remember where he get. It's a mystery.
Oh.
How does he get his powers? Well, let's not waste time with bullshit. All right, he has his powers.
He's got
he has a
something
He got his
to
powers
do.
by somehow falling through a crack. That's
get
all we need to
into
say.
it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to give you the whole thing in the first issue.
we meet a few characters that are very distinct in his school that will occupy different roles that characters of his ilk would have. The nerdy crush, the popular girl he likes, the slightly more unpopular but still more popular than him friend, and more. Sideways decides he's going to test his powers. He's texting with his friend, who we don't see in this entire issue until he leaves school. Whatever. So he leaves, and he's been texting with her. And she's like, "Hey, do you want like my hot twin and I to take you home?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna be sidewaysing." So he sideways up to the roof of the school. He puts on his Sideways costume, and he proceeds to approximate his double life. What does Sideways do? Well, we can't let you go a few pages without reminding you that he's Spider-Man. He takes pictures of himself. These are motion pictures. He's a live streamer.
Yeah, he's a TikToker.
He's a TikToker. He's a Twitch streamer. He's he's everything.
He's
Yeah.
an influencer.
He's an influencer. And so he twitches himself teleporting.
Yep.
That's what he does. I think he also is like, I'm a superhero, but like he isn't superhero. He's just showing people his like After Effects skills.
Yeah.
So he teleports and he ends up in like a river, and he's like, that was embarrassing, but I'm not gonna cut. See, other people who don't do this but would, if they had my powers, would have cut it. I'm real. I'm legit.
Keeps it real.
I'm giving you the full access.
So while and during his day and while he's doing these, well, mostly while he's using his powers, he is psychically connected to a character who's telling him to stop, knock it off, quit using those powers.
Stop it.
He
And
just thinks he's around somebody.
that's right. He just keeps because he doesn't know what's in
someone's
his mind, so
following
he
him,
thinks
yeah.
someone's like yelling it at him. So he just keeps teleporting sidewaysing, if you will, to get away from this voice who's like.
Stop using sideways as a
Stop.
verb.
Stop. Stop telling me to stop, and I'll
Who's
stop.
Who's like, knock it off, stop it. And he's like, okay, this dude's really chasing me. So he just sidewayses through all these other different
Yeah.
places.
You know what? Getting away from him by jumping from one place to
True.
another didn't work.
But
Let
I'm
me
gonna keep doing it.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll work this time.
Yes.
Or the time after.
I did
or
it
the time
once.
After that.
I'll lose him a couple of times.
Yeah.
Right.
If I just do it faster.
Faster and with more places. So
Yeah.
he ends up in
Faster
the
and
middle.
more intense.
He was directed by George Lucas. So he ends up falling out of the sky in the middle of Manhattan, New York itself, and he is caught by the clandestine voice that is trying to communicate with him, and wouldn't you know it, it's our favorite character of all time, Tempest Fugonaut, the star of Tales from the Dark Multiverse, and the DC Watcher himself,
Man.
who says, you're using this shit, and you can't stop, so I'm gonna kill you. And
Yeah,
Sideways
like,
is like,
what?
what even is this?
That escalated quickly.
You know what's funny? I'm just looking at him now. He just really reminds me of the Living Tribunal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a lot of ideas. He has Galactus's costume. He has the Watcher's job. He has the Living Tribunal's face. He is just he represents all of Dan DiDio's insecurities about not working for Marvel. That's what he is. He's a famous bull of insecurity for wanting to ever have worked for Marvel, and he'll never get to work for Marvel.
Yeah.
And the best thing he can hope for is maybe a Fortnite skin or like a Funko Pop of Tempest Fugonaut, which will never happen because nobody cares about Tempest Fugonaut. Sideways.
What is he? What
I
is his-
guarantee you someone will do something with Tempest Fugue.
I hope so.
One day.
They
I
better.
want it.
They fucking
They
better.
set him up to.
I want a Tempest Fugonaut figure. I want a Tempest Fugonaut statue.
Yeah.
I want
bust?
No, not that big, but like a full body statue of him with his stupid pole and his one arm.
His Firestorm
Yeah,
staff.
yes, Firestorm staff. I want him on the set. I need him watching over us on back issues every week.
DC doesn't want him to be famous.
I'll
We'll make him
infamous.
infamous.
My God.
Get me statues of Tempest Fugonaut. So and you know, it's
I'm never gonna forget. Never forget.
it's a
Tempest
whimsical teen drama
Fugue. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
it's Spider-Man.
ripoff.
It's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
Tiffany, you
but
just
the
discovered
sideways.
another
His
interesting
suit
hidden
looks
element
like.
of these issues. By the way, if you get every issue of the Dark Matter universe, first issues, you can assemble a poster you
I've
can
got-
buy separately
I actually
that is
have
actually
the
connected.
side that connects to Ben.
Oh, I do too. Sal, here,
together.
take this. It goes around the other side of Ben.
Oh, I
Oh,
know.
God
Oh,
damn
here,
it.
wait, hang on.
Oh yeah, there we
Pass
go.
it around.
Yeah,
Pass it
just
around.
More over
And the only
here.
way you can do this is to rip the cover off of your
yeah, like
issues.
what?
Good job, DC.
Don't worry, we overprinted these. There's plenty more
Yeah, so you
copies
can-
of Silencer and Sideways. And
Feel free to destroy as many as you want.
or you can
There's
just buy the
more where
poster
that
they
came
made.
from.
Look at all these characters who I guess are going to be in this.
Yeah.
I guess Tempest Fugonaut
Like
is like
Sabretooth and
building a team.
And Stormulation.
What does Tempest Fugonaut's presence in Sideways
Stormily?
imply?
Tempest Fugonaut.
Is this a dark universe?
No. Tempest,
Then why is he there?
No, because okay, so
Oh my god, that really is like Storm, and that is like Jubilee.
yeah, and Sabretooth.
Is that a second
They want. Oh, they want.
poster?
No, there's like on the back of those
Oh
poster pieces.
yes.
It's like a little
yes.
preview.
Yeah.
Tempest Fugonaut was approximated and appropriated for Tales of the Dark Multiverse because after Sideways was canceled, there was no reason for that motivation to exist anymore.
Oh, so he previously
He was an antagonist for Sideways in this
Okay.
book. So which one is the good, the bad, and the ugly?
I hate you.
I will say
This is why you shouldn't become a superhero, because eventually someone will come along and force you
Make
to
a
make a
show.
sadistic choice.
All right, I think it's okay. I think it's Sideways, despite
I think
how
it is as
derivative
well.
I think it is.
But they're all derivative.
Yes, and that's the thing, is that Sideways at least has this genuine effort to give you a not kid's book, but like a book that feels, because there is no Spider-Man book. Like there is no Ultimate Spider-Man book. There's no book about like a youthful, energetic,
Well, it's Static.
carefree. Yeah, and they weren't publishing Static.
Yeah.
So they needed a new Static, and here he is. And
Why
know,
didn't you just publish Static?
because
Yeah, well,
was
okay, we've
Static.
talked
No,
about
because
that.
his creator's widow would get money and we didn't want to give him right. So instead, we created Static or Sideways, and Sideways' power is being like he's strong and durable, but also can teleport, and like the teleportation is not just like he's Nightcrawler, even though it is Nightcrawler because Nightcrawler also teleports through a dimension.
Yeah.
It's not just that he can go from one place to another. I like the idea of him being able to like open portals. He's basically just Access meets Nightcrawler, but like.
That's what it is. He's going through portals and it's just Tempest Fugonaut's place.
Yeah.
He's like, stop.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my living room.
You understand? The holes close up on your side. They're open on mine.
he's like, I don't like this violation of my privacy.
Yeah. What if I'm in the shower? Don't Sideways between 4 and 5. That's Tempest Fugonaut's time. I could see.
Dude, that's what you're doing. What? Oh, it's not so much fun now, huh?
I'm polishing the pole. The big pole that I hold in my big hand.
Oh.
Am I rad? Yeah. So, yeah, but I dig the art. I feel like it's very dated, despite the fact that it came out in 2018.
Yeah, it is.
It
3
feels
years
like
ago,
it feels like
yeah.
a 90s book, but
I'd
like,
say it feels like an early 2000s book.
yeah, big time. But like,
Yeah.
But that's not wrong. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm just kind of like, I mean, obviously, I think it's the best looking out of all three.
It's interesting. There's a lot of
Yes.
lines.
There are a lot of
There's
lines.
a lot of lines in there.
Lot of
It's like,
lines.
it looks like not cleaned
Damage
up.
looks pretty
But
good.
that's a style.
Damage looks pretty good. I
Damage
do.
looks
Art
pretty
style
good.
on this is clean.
Like that image of the helicopter
No,
in
it-
Damage is so dope looking. Like the vistas
Yeah.
are really good in Damage.
Yeah.
But the characters are all very distinct and consistent in Sideways, which I also really appreciate.
Yeah.
This is like
You talk about Silencer.
Silencer is
yeah.
like
It's a famous bowl of
I
ideas.
couldn't get
Well, I was gonna
past
say
the faces,
the art-
especially Talia's face.
well, that's
That's
Romita,
Romita
but like
Jr..
I knew that as soon as I saw Romita was part of it, I was like, well, I already know what I'm in
Yeah.
for, and this
Yeah.
is better than he's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't
Lately-
bother me as much as it normally does.
No,
the
so I
faces.
was like, okay, I gave this a pass because of that, because I was like,
Oh, the
okay.
faces are like a stylistic thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
And
I'll
feel
say
like
this: as a design, I
Oh.
like Sideways the most.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, his
I-
costume
I
is
like Sideways the most
definitely the
because I like
best.
what Spider-Man looks like, but I do appreciate. I dig it. I want to see Sideways in other things. You know, like I want to see Sideways on the Teen Titans. I want to see Sideways team up with the Justice League. I want to see Sideways like make fun of Batman or teleport to the Batcave. You know, I want to see Sideways be helped or mentored by
That's
Superman.
because you just want to have
Spider-Man in the DC universe. And if I have to wait for Sideways to come along and do that, fine. But like, Sideways is fine. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's doing all right. I don't know.
He doesn't.
I appreciate all the things that you do about Sideways, and like I want to say that it's like therefore good.
Right.
But I feel
it's certainly better than Damage.
Yeah, but it also has Tempest Fugit on at the end.
That's hilarious to me now.
That is hilarious, but it's also stupid.
Yeah,
like
well,
it's
Tempest
really
Fugit
stupid.
sucks.
And also just like as a book, like nothing happens.
No,
in
nothing.
This. It's
Nothing.
like there's more going on in both Silencer and Damage.
Absolutely.
So
So
that's
there's
why-
a story going on in Damage and Silencer.
So that's what it's very hard for me. I haven't decided. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Story-wise, Silencer does the best for me because
I
it's
would
at least
agree.
someone trying to have a life and getting roped back into shit.
That's
Yes,
a movie.
it's very much John Wick. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm along for that ride. This is just like, oh, I'm a kid and I had powers, and now I'm going to learn about those powers, and I'm not really compelled by it.
Well, there's no beginning, middle, and end. It's just
No.
And Damage is garbage.
I think that here's the thing: they're all introductions to new characters, and
Yeah.
you know, Damage and Silencer are just like they're like, here's a new character, but also like I don't know if you know this, but I'm a storyteller, and I'm gonna give you this movie pitch, and like they're not terribly good. Like I've seen them 1,000 times. And that's the problem. I've seen Sideways 1,000 times too, but at the very least, they didn't try to shoehorn a movie in. This is a comic book
That is
character
true.
pitch.
I mean, certainly as like a book that would appeal to someone.
Right.
I do think Sideways probably
Does.
has the most appeal to anyone because it should appeal or could appeal to children, whereas I don't know who these other books are for.
Right.
Be-
They feel like they're trying to appeal to non-DC fans. I feel like
yeah.
the Dark Matter universe
well,
is their way.
Damage
anyway.
is definitely going after like the military.
Military
like, people who've
meets
been
Hulk.
in it. Yes, and which Hulk I guess has always kind of had some.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Hulk was not a soldier.
No.
This guy is a soldier.
Right.
Yeah, look at the tattered flag in the
Yes,
background.
and they're definitely trying to be like, he's damaged, and he's called
You're
damaged,
damaged.
and like maybe stuff happened to you too.
Right.
And maybe you can identify like with what's going on with him.
That's
so
fair.
like for the same reason that like this has an audience, I want to also credit this as like you made this for somebody,
Yes.
and I appreciate that. And in neither case is it me,
Right.
which is the other thing. Like I can very clearly see that this is like Spider-Man. You're doing a Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
But that is not for me anymore.
No.
Like maybe when I was younger, but like now I'm just like it's like silly and
Right.
campy and like
It's Invincible again.
it's
like,
Invincible, yes. But Invincible,
It's
is-
subversive.
yes. Whereas this is just very
This
straightforward.
is published by the same people who make
Well,
Batman.
We're also going off of one issue. We don't know what this is going
True.
to be like.
That's true.
But that's the point of the show.
Right.
Yes, yeah, and it didn't hook me. It's the same problem as the other one. It's just like I've seen it 1,000 times. It's very hard.
So your problem here is that we don't get back to the diner.
Yeah.
Well, that is a problem, and it does lose points for that.
Right.
It's a very serious issue.
Here's the thing: it is absolutely DC trying to be Marvel because another Dark Matter book they announced and launched was called The Terrifics, and it stars 4 clandestine characters, one of whom can stretch.
The Terrifics.
The problem with Silencer
Kinda.
for me is her powers, and the powers they feel like they asked Stan Lee in 2018 to make up a power,
Yeah.
Yes, but it's like, how is that power going to help her
I have no
or
idea.
anyone.
or anyone? It only helps her keep secrets from her family and the
It's
world
an
around
excellent
her.
power to be an assassin.
I didn't enjoy this story.
No Damage.
No, I didn't either.
Damage
I
is
didn't
the
enjoy
ugliest.
this story. Like I liked the look of it, I guess. Like
Yeah.
the book.
Some of the art is pretty good.
The book looked good
Yes.
for everything that it's
But
doing.
the design of
He's like,
of the
it's
main
so
character
funny.
is
He's a mess.
horrible.
Well, that's what's so funny about this character is it's like it's so simple, but it's also seemingly very over designed.
Like,
to
what are
me.
the red things on him?
Yeah, are those nodules? Do they inject some sort of serum? Why is there armor plating that goes away?
Yeah, they don't explain what's
Is
really.
he a
happening.
Guyver?
I'm gonna guess that that's the kind of thing that will come.
I guess.
Like
yeah.
as you learn more about it, it's like I'm not gonna fault them for that necessarily, but like the story just didn't hook me at all.
No.
I didn't have a bad time reading this. I don't know why.
The cliches didn't bother you.
The
You were
cliche.
just like,
I mean,
whatever,
no.
it's
Well,
fine.
I mean, I don't. I think I read this one second.
Okay.
So I was like, I think I read this first.
Yeah. So you're like, this is
Oh, it's
Better.
better. Like a breath of fresh air.
I'm
palate
like, wow,
cleanser.
this is.
That's
this
the order I
is-
read them
this
in
is
as well. I
Great.
did Damage, Silencer, and Sideways.
Yeah.
Me too.
So the
Yeah.
Tempest
That's exactly
Huguenot
how I read
thing, I was
them.
like, oh, Tempest Huguenot's involved in all this? What?
Yeah.
Except I don't know that he's involved with these two?
No.
Okay,
No, he's just a sideways character.
I see.
You know what's funny is like these two, because of where you're kind of dropped off in their stories, they feel like they have a lot of baggage, and not like in the way where it's like you're starting a story midstream in order to create intrigue and such. It just
Not compelling.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as the word Leviathan came up, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All I could
don't
think
care.
about was Event Leviathan.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yep.
I don't care.
Like, oh no.
Right.
I'm kind of torn between these two because, like, you know, it's. I'm reading Strange Academy right now, so like I'm in for like this, like, you know, like whatever, a cornball,
adventure.
like kids having a good time. There are kids who look like they're clearly in college, but they're in high school. Fine, whatever.
Yep.
But this one, I know I'm gonna get like gratuitous violence and like something probably like, you know, screaming things like, you know, look away, jelly bean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
other ding, of course, is that you know that John Romita Jr.'s pencils are not going to hold up as the series
No,
progresses.
they won't. But I can't judge it on that.
No.
I think I am going to vote for Sideways as the good.
I think I'm going to vote that we not do this again.
There were plenty more.
Yeah.
We won't do another metal like tie-in.
You're like, unless it does.
Unless people send them to me.
Here's the thing: they're never. It won't blow up. None of episode ever does. So it's not worth like telling everybody like, hey, if this episode's huge, we're gonna do it. Like, no,
Yeah.
they won't.
No, we're not.
We're
No,
just
I
not.
meant like I said, like you're like, we won't because, you know. But if it does, I will make you read them.
Well, there are more of these characters to
You know
do.
what it is?
That's the thing is there's more characters, but like I can do different themes.
He's gonna hand us 3 more books and be like, all right, this is the next GBU, and then we get back. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. I just made you read them.
I'm just fucking with you. Just wasting your time.
right.
What do you think, Ben? Good, bad, ugly, or at least
My
good?
vote was good, bad, ugly.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. I would say this for ugly. Damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down for
think that's
damage.
it.
We're all unanimous
Yeah.
on the damage being the
But my
ugly.
question is damage
But
wrong
it's
box worthy?
No.
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 Even as bad as it was not atrocious.
No,
Yeah.
like I just didn't really have fun with it.
Yep. It's just so.
It's so
white
funny.
bread.
There are so many cliches in here, but as soon as this chick showed up with the eye patch,
Oh, with the eye
I was like,
patch.
okay.
Oh, come
Eye patch.
on.
okay.
Don't give her
The
an
eye patch, the cutting her hand, being like, no one was supposed to get hurt.
That was rough.
Yeah. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
I did like that. Like she meets Amanda Waller immediately. Like they put a hat on it to be like, "Yo, I know you're thinking Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
It
we
is
thought
here,
of it
here
too.
she is.
And she is here.
And I like
Here's
that-
actual Amanda Waller. You think you're Amanda Waller? You're not.
And I
Yeah.
love the idea of Amanda Waller being like, I don't like there being another Amanda Waller in this universe. This is stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. But that's like,
But you made
that
it.
did not work the way you planned.
Yes. Like maybe don't call out how this is just a ripoff of a thing you already do.
Or four
Yeah.
things that you don't do.
This is just you introduced an incompetent Amanda Waller and her like not very effective
Whoa.
Suicide
She's not
Suicide Squad
incompetent.
of one.
She just got undermined.
No, she's incompetent because she brought this character who could like kill lots of people very easily, as Amanda Waller says, onto American soil.
Right.
And has because of her inability to contain him, he's now wreaking havoc. So
Yeah.
like, it is completely her fault.
That's what they could have called him.
What?
Havoc.
Yes.
Oh.
But, Marvel might have been like,
I know.
They're very different. Really, for me, I could forgive like a pretty one-dimensional, straightforward, here's the whole thing, no B-plot story, if Damage wasn't so terrible looking.
Ugh, it's horrible.
And that's really the thing, like Silencer, the costume, weak as hell. Like you might as well just don't have a costume. Like go Punisher with powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she looks
It was
stupid.
much more
There's three
effective
different
when she was just
Yeah,
in her
that
civilian
whole
garb.
entire outfit with a hat. I'm
Right.
like,
The hat
cares?
outfit, the cover outfit,
Yeah.
the flashback diner outfit, and then there's the suburban mom outfit.
but that's the thing that makes me think Assassin is that whole outfit. It's to not be recognizable or seen. It's
Right.
Like,
Again, she's got
kinda
the
ninja.
But you have
Yeah.
a splash cover with a title and a superhero name.
And a different outfit.
So you need to have a costume. Like you can't just be ninja. Like that's lame.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not,
no, she's a ninja with like squares.
that doesn't
There's
mean
like
anything.
squares
to me.
on her outfit.
Right,
so
but
that's
only
a
because
costume.
Romita Jr.'s drawing, and so like we don't know what those squares
It's
are.
padding,
Those squares
it's
represent
pockets.
things that will be drawn by another artist at some point. And of course, they were all canceled, so you know.
Yeah, so none of it matters.
Yeah, that's right. But
The good old DC tradition.
Right.
Hey, look, DC's realized that they can make the M into the bat head as well.
oh,
There was a point where I was like looking at a redesign for ComicPop, and I noticed that the M. I was like, oh my gosh, it can make the Batman head.
in the M and comic.
Oh my god,
See?
it does.
And then Tel's like, we can't do that. I'm like, okay.
We can't just hide Batman in there.
I mean, we could.
Oh, yeah, but it's the most recognizable superhero of all time.
Yeah, that would show a little favoritism toward Batman, I think.
It would also open us up to maybe some kind of litigation.
Yeah. So
What? This is just a
didn't do
eared
that.
individual.
Yeah.
But
they
yeah.
could be a
It's
werewolf
not an individual.
or a
That's just an
vampire.
M. There's nothing in there. Well,
You're seeing
you
stuff.
see what you want
That's
to see,
just an
man.
M, man.
Oh, what a shock. A DC representative of legal department thinks they see Batman in there. I bet if I brought it to Marvel, they'd see, like, Ant-Man?
Very
how much do I owe
Doctor
you?
Strange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's just go get my checkbook.
How much did you say?
DC's like, you actually own a checkbook? Oh,
It's a
you
turn of
can't
phrase.
afford us.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, have it, everybody. The Dark Matter universe introduces itself to us in the form of 3 individual characters, all of whom are canceled and don't have books anymore.
Hey.
It's done. It's
Now
over.
you can see us.
What?
I don't like it.
Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time with another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. If you have a theme you'd like to see us try, let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see if we have it in our library. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time here on ComicPop Returns. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
So long.
Bye.
Bye.
I fixed it.
Man, they were really pushing Gotham
by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah.